Have you ever stepped into a place that looks abandoned, but feels like it's watching you? In this video, we're taking you inside 5 haunted abandoned schools where the walls still whisper and the shadows never left. These places once held children, teachers, and laughter. Now they echo with footsteps, cries, and things that move in the dark. Doors slam on their own, voices call from empty rooms, and some say, not everyone who enters comes back the same. Get ready. Once you're inside, there's no turning back. Welcome to the forgotten halls of fear. If you love real haunted stories and chilling explorations, subscribe now for more spine-tingling adventures every week. 1 Lincoln Heights Jail School Annex, Los Angeles, USA. In the heart of Los Angeles, the Lincoln Heights Jail once held some of the city's most dangerous criminals. In the 1952nd, a section of the building was converted into a small school annex for juvenile offenders. This part of the jail was supposed to be a place for rehabilitation and education. But soon, strange things began to happen. Guards and teachers started reporting whispers in the empty classrooms, cold spots in the hallways, and the sound of children crying when no one was there. One night, a janitor claimed he saw a young boy in an old prison uniform standing alone near the blackboard. When the janitor called out to him, the boy turned and vanished through the wall. After that, the janitor refused to return to that wing again. Paranormal investigators have visited the location and captured unexplained voices, sudden temperature drops, and even a chalkboard erasing itself while no one was around. People who have been inside the school section of the jail say they feel watched, like someone is standing behind them, even when they are alone. Some believe the spirits of the troubled youths who once studied there never truly left. The Lincoln Heights Jail has now become one of the most talked about haunted locations in Los Angeles. What was meant to be a second chance for young lives has become a place where their cries still echo in the dark. 2 St. Mary's College, Brockville, Ontario, Canada. St. Mary's College in Brockville, Ontario, was once a Catholic girls' school run by a group of nuns. The school opened in the late 1800s and operated for many decades, educating young girls from across Canada. Over time, however, the school faced financial problems and was eventually closed and left abandoned. After it shut down, locals began to speak about strange sounds and sightings near the building. People walking by at night reported seeing lights flickering in the upper windows, even though there was no electricity inside. One of the most well-known stories is about a former nun who is believed to have died tragically on the property. Some say she still wanders the old hallways, protecting the school. Others believe she is searching for something or someone she lost. Visitors who have gone inside the abandoned building claim to have heard footsteps on wooden floors, whispering voices, and the faint sound of a bell ringing. Paranormal investigators who explored the site captured cold spots and electronic voice phenomena, EVPs that seem to say prayers or call out names. Some former students have returned over the years and said they felt sudden sadness or fear inside the chapel and classrooms. Even though the school has been closed for decades, the memories and possibly the spirits of St. Mary's College still live on. It remains one of the most mysterious and haunted educational sites in Canada. 3. Royal Hope Hospital School Wing, St. Augustine, Florida, USA. The Royal Hope Hospital in St. Augustine, Florida, was built on top of a Timucuan Native American burial ground. Over time, the hospital added different sections, including a small school wing for young patients who stayed for long-term treatment. The school was meant to help children continue learning while they were recovering. But as the years went by, strange and unexplained events started to happen in that part of the hospital. Nurses and teachers reported hearing children laughing and running in the halls, especially at night when no one was there. One nurse remembered hearing a ball bounce down the hallway late in the evening. When she went to check, there was no one around, but the ball was still rolling across the floor. Others said they saw shadowy figures near the classroom doors or felt a cold breeze in rooms with no windows. Paranormal teams have investigated the area and captured voices, including one that clearly said, "Help me," and another that sounded like a child crying. Visitors who now tour the abandoned parts of the hospital, including the old school wing, often report feeling watched. Some even feel a small hand brush against theirs, as if a child is still trying to reach out. The Royal Hope Hospital has become one of Florida's most haunted places. Many believe that because the land itself was sacred and disturbed, the spirits of the children and earlier souls have never found peace. 4 Seaforth Technical College, Sydney, Australia. Seaforth Technical College in Sydney, Australia, was once a busy school where students learned practical skills like carpentry and mechanics. It operated during the mid-1900s, but was eventually closed due to low enrollment and funding problems. Since its closure, the school has been abandoned for many years. Over time, stories began to spread about strange sounds and sightings in the empty classrooms and hallways. Locals who live nearby say they often hear loud banging noises at night, even though no one is inside the building. One of the most chilling stories comes from a group of urban explorers who entered the abandoned school in the early 2000s. They reported hearing footsteps above them, even though the second floor had collapsed years ago. One of them claimed he felt a cold hand touch his shoulder, but no one was near him. Another said he heard someone whisper his name clearly in the dark. When they tried to leave, the main door slammed shut behind them without explanation. Some believe the building is haunted by a former teacher who passed away suddenly on campus. Others think it's the restless energy of students who once spent long hours there. Paranormal investigators have visited the site and captured strange audio recordings, including the sound of chairs dragging and faint voices calling for help. Despite its decaying condition, Seaforth Technical College remains a place of fear and fascination. People still warn others not to go inside after dark, believing that whatever is there does not want to be disturbed. 5 Newsham Park Hospital and Orphanage School, Liverpool, UK. Newsham Park Hospital and Orphanage School in Liverpool, UK, has a long and dark history. Originally built in the 1800s, it first served as an orphanage for children who had no families. Later, parts of the building were turned into a hospital and mental asylum. The school section was used to teach the orphan children who lived there. While the building has been abandoned for many years, the stories of what happened inside continue to disturb visitors to this day. People who have explored the building say it feels cold and heavy, even in the middle of summer. Some have heard children crying in the empty dorm rooms, or soft footsteps following them down the hallway. One of the most terrifying areas is the Naughty Boys Room, a small locked chamber where children were punished. Paranormal investigators have spent nights there and captured unexplained voices, including one that said, "Let me out." Others have seen shadow figures, moving objects, and lights turning on by themselves. Tour guides and visitors report strong feelings of sadness, fear, and even nausea while walking through the school area. It is believed that many children suffered silently inside these walls and never found peace. Even today, Newsham Park is considered one of the most haunted places in the UK. Locals say the building holds the energy of those who once lived, learned, and died there, and that the spirits still linger, unwilling to leave.